Please help our YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, share.
Welcome to the Dead Celebs podcast with your hosts, Brent Novak and Tana Satterley.
For a complete list of all of the celebrities who died, please visit our Facebook page, the Dead Celebs Podcast. Celebrities who died in June 2024.
Janis Paige, the actress known for starring in big screen and Broadway musicals and comedies like Silk Stockings and The Pajama Game, died June 2nd. A multi-talented and enduring performer, she was a star of Hollywood's golden age who continued her craft into her 90s. Born, raised in Tacoma, Washington, Paige sang in local amateur shows as a child, performing in theater production in high school, after which she moved to Los Angeles to try to make it in show business. Discovered while performing in iconic Hollywood canteen, she would go on to appear in such films as Romance on the High Seas and Remains to be Seen, to lead her own sitcom, It's Always Jan, and to star in stage productions including Here's Love, Mame, Sweet Charity, and Guys and Dolls. She was 101 years old.
Brother Marquis, the rapper known for being a core member of the controversial Miami hip-hop group 2 Live Crew, died of a heart attack on June 3rd. Born Mark Ross in Rochester, New York, he moved to California as a teenager and formed the duo Caution Crew with Rodney O in 1983. After releasing multiple singles with the Caution Crew, Ross gained notoriety for his rap battle talents, catching the attention of DJ Mr. Mix, who invited him to join 2 Live Crew in Miami alongside Fresh Kid Ice and Luke, then known as Luke Skywalker. 2 Live Crew gained both acclaim and infamy for their sexually explicit lyrics on such albums as 1986's The 2 Live Crew Is What We Are, 1988's Move Something, and 1989's As Nasty as They Wanna Be. Ross also pursued a number of projects beyond 2 Live Crew. In 1993, he formed Too Nasty with DJ Toomp, which released the album Indecent Exposure. He was also featured on the song 99 Problems on Ice-T's Home Invasion. Ice-T credits Ross with penning the lyric, I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one, which was further popularized by Jay-Z's 2003 hit of the same title. He was 57.
Betty Anne Rees, best known for her roles in the Unholy Rollers and Sugar Hill, died June 3rd. Rees kicked off her screen credits with a 1966 episode of David Carradine starring ABC series Shane, before appearing in 2 films in the next year, The Cool Ones and Banning. From there, Rees went on to appear in a slew of shows, including Adam 12, Medical Center, Mannix, To Rome with Love, Mod Squad, Bearcats, 3 episodes of My 3 Sons, The FBI, Policewoman, SWAT, The Streets of San Francisco, Lou Grant, Barnaby Jones, and more. Other film roles included Deathmaster and The Photographer. Rees' final credit was playing Molly Margot in the television show The Incredible Hulk in 1978. She was 81.
Ben Potter, a popular YouTube star, died on June 8th in a car accident. Known as a comic historian, Potter was known for creating audio dramas of characters from the DC and Marvel universe, releasing nearly 4,000 videos and amassing over 3 million followers on YouTube. In her lengthy statement, his wife Natalie said she planned to preserve everything her husband had built. To many of you, he was a comic historian, voicing stories from across multiple different mediums. To his loved ones, he was one of the best and most supportive individuals anyone could ask for, Natalie wrote of her husband, whom she called our rock and my world. As a husband, a son, a brother, a friend, or even just a stranger, Ben was loving and genuine. He was 40.
Mark James, the Grammy-winning songwriter who crafted hits for Elvis and Willie Nelson, died June 8th. He was behind such hits like Presley's Suspicious Minds, B.J. Thomas' Hooked on a Feeling, and Nelson's Always on My Mind, the latter of which won James 2 Grammys, one for Best Country Song and one for Song of the Year. James is hailed as one of the BMI Songwriters of the Century in 2000 and inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2014. He is survived by his wife and 2 daughters. He was 83.
Tony Mordente, who played the short-tempered jet named Action in West Side Story, died on June 11th. Mordente first played a character named Arab in the original stage show on Broadway, where he met and married his co-star, Chita Rivera, who originated the role of Anita. The couple had a daughter, Tony-nominated actress Lisa Mordente, before divorcing in 1966. Mordente went on to direct dozens of TV shows, including Rhoda, MASH, Family Ties, The A-Team, Matlock, Walker, Texas Ranger, and Seventh Heaven. He was 88.
And Cheetah just recently died within the last year. Isn't that
Yeah,
weird?
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny Canales. Tejano music legend Johnny Canales died June 12th. The Latino singer and musician, best known for hosting his program, The Johnny Canales Show, where he would welcome well-known and up-and-coming groups from the United States, Mexico, and Central and South America. The show debuted on KRIS in Corpus Christi, Texas in 1983 and aired on Univision Network from 1988 to 1996. And Telemundo beginning in 1997. He is widely regarded as the person who introduced mainstream audiences to Selena Quintanilla after she made one of her first live TV appearances on his show in 1985 and became a frequent returning guest with their band Selena y Los Dinos. He was 77.
Singer-songwriter Angela Bofill, best known for her hits I Try, This Time I'll Be Sweeter, and I'm on Your Side, died June 13th at her daughter's home in Vallejo, California. The Cuban-Puerto Rican musician was born May 2nd, 1954, and received a Bachelor of Music degree from the Manhattan School of Music. Bofill began recording in her teens and released her first studio album, Angie, in 1978, which included her hit, This Time I'll Be Sweeter. Her second album, 1979's Angel of the Night, spawned additional hit singles, What I Wouldn't Do, For the Love of You, and I Try, making Bofill one of the first Latina singers to achieve success in the R&B and jazz genres. Bofill continued to steadily release albums through the 1980s and into the 90s. Her 10th and final studio album, Love in Slow Motion, was released in 1996. She was 70 years old.
Hiram Kasten, the New York stand-up comic who also appeared on TV shows like Seinfeld and Curb Your Enthusiasm, died of prostate cancer on June 16th. A Bronx native, he began performing comedy in the 1970s at the Upper East Side jazz club Pearl's Place before making his way to the comic strip, where he befriended MC Jerry Seinfeld. Kasten later took over as the MC of the comic strip. The comedian played Michael, a co-worker of Elaine, Julius Louis Dreyfus, on 3 episodes of Seinfeld. Kasten also acted in the 2001 episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm and made 1 episode appearance on shows like Everybody Loves Raymond, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Mad About You, and Saved by the Bell. He was 71.
Donald Sutherland, the venerated Canadian actor whose career spanned 7 decades, died on June 20th. Born July 17, 1935 in St. John, Canada, Sutherland began his acting career with small unnamed roles in British television before landing small parts in low-budget horror films, including 1964's Castle of the Living Dead and 1965's Dr. Terror's House of Horrors. His breakout role was in Robert Aldrich's The Dirty Dozen, and he achieved further success as Hawkeye Pierce in Robert Altman's 1970 war comedy, MASH. He went on to star in hits such as Don't Look Now, Animal House, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, JFK, 6 Degrees of Separation, The Italian Job, and Pride and Prejudice. He also played the Hunger Games series antagonist, President Coriolanus Snow, across the franchise's original 4 films. While Sutherland was never nominated for a competitive Oscar, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences honored him with an honorary statuette at the 2017 Governors Awards. Sutherland earned both an Emmy and a Golden Globe for his role in the detective drama Citizen X, and an additional Golden Globe for the HBO series Path to War. Sutherland is survived by his wife, Francine Racette, and his 4 children, including fellow actor Kiefer Sutherland. He was 88.
Taylor Wiley, known for playing on 171 episodes of Hawaii Five-0, plus additional appearances as the characters on Magnum P.I. and MacGyver, died June 20th of reported natural causes. Wiley got his start as a sumo wrestler and competed in UFC matches. Peter Linkoff, an executive producer on the series and longtime friend of Wiley's, recalled in a tribute how he had won over by the actor from the first audition. "You came in with a towel on your head, mopping up sweat, and I was smitten," he wrote on Instagram. "You charmed me into making you a regular on the show and in my life. You were family." He was only 56. Well, it says for him, it's natural causes. That's what it says at 56.
56?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it was his heart. I mean, when you're that big, I mean, your heart can't take all of that weight, right?
But wouldn't they say heart attack?
Heart, yeah.
Right? Natural causes to me seems like somebody 90 dies of natural causes.
Right.
You know?
I mean, that's so bizarre.
Yeah. Huh.
Tamayo Perry, a surfer, lifeguard, and actor who appeared in Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, died on June 23rd following a shark attack off the coast of Hawaii's Malakanahana Beach on Oahu. Perry had been working as a lifeguard since July 2016, and prior to landing the gig, had been a professional surfer for over a decade. Perry was also an actor, appearing in small roles like 2002's surfing romance Blue Crush and one episode of the Hawaii set procedural Hawaii Five-0. He is also credited as a stunt performer on the Owen Wilson surfing movie The Big Bounce. Perry appeared in the fourth Pirates of the Caribbean film in 2011, ahead of his final role in the 2015 short film The Bridge. He was only 49.
Julio Foolio, the Florida rapper born Charles Jones and known for songs including Crooks and Reach the Top, was shot and killed June 23rd in the hotel parking lot in Tampa. Representative Louis Fusco said Jones had been in Tampa to celebrate his birthday and was reportedly ambushed. As a rap artist, Jones had amassed 1.1 million followers on Instagram and nearly 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. He first made waves with the big release of his 2018 single, Coming Up, and continued to cultivate a following via social media platforms and a YouTube channel. His 10 albums included 2024's Resurrection. He was 26.
Shifty Shellshock, the lead singer of rap rock band Crazy Town, who performed hits like Butterfly, died at his home on June 24th of an accidental drug overdose. Shellshock, born Seth Benzer, collaborated with Brett Epic Mazur under the name The Brimstone Sluggers before going on to co-found Crazy Town together. The band released their debut album, The Gift of Game, in 1999, but it wasn't until the release of their third single, Butterfly, the following year that they achieved mainstream success. The band broke up after their second album, but reunited over the following years and released their third album, The Brimstone Sluggers, in 2015. Benzer, who struggled with addiction throughout his life, also performed as a solo artist and as the frontman for Shifty and the Big Shots. He was 49.
Prolific character actor Bill Cobbs, who appeared in movies such as The Bodyguard, Night at the Museum, and Demolition Man, as well as shows such as The Sopranos, I'll Fly Away, and One Life to Live, died June 25th. The Cleveland native spent 8 years in the Air Force and also worked at a car dealership and at IBM before he began his half-century run in Hollywood. Along the way, he earned a Daytime Emmy for his work as Mr. Hendrickson on Dino Dana, a Canadian educational show for children. He was 90.
Sika Anoa'i, the WWE Hall of Famer and father of fellow pro wrestling star Roman Reigns, died on June 25th. Known as Sika in the ring, he was half of the Wild Samoans tag team, which also included his older brother, Afa Anoa'i. The duo's fearsome presence and unhinged style made them massive stars for WWE in the late 70s and early 80s as they dominated the tag team division, winning the championship on 3 separate occasions, the WWE said in a statement. Sika retired from the ring in 1988, but his legacy continued as he and his older brother opened a training center for future wrestling stars. He was also the father of late pro wrestler Matthew Anoa'i, aka Rosie, who died in 2017. He was 79.
Renauld White, an occasional actor who became only the second black model to appear on the cover of GQ magazine in 1979, died on June 26th. Started modeling in the 1960s, White was known for championing more diversity in fashion. He walked the runway for Bill Blass in 1969 and went on to appear in shows by Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren, and Donna Karan. He also worked for the likes of Yves Saint Laurent, Jean-Charles de Castelbaljac, Versace, Armani, and Cerruti. White came out of retirement in 2023 to model for a Dolce & Gabbana campaign shot by Steven Meisel. Though known primarily for his modeling, White also dabbled in acting, transitioning his good looks to daytime TV with his brief stint in 1986-87, The Guiding Light, as William Reynolds. He also appeared in the 2014 TV movie Gun Hill, in the 2017 movie Central Park. He was 80 years old.
Oh, this one's sad.
I know,
Martin
right?
Mull, I really liked him.
Yeah.
I used to love watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh, really? That's interesting. That's where you know.
Yeah.
It's so interesting
Yeah.
where people, like, I knew him from Roseanne, but also and Clue, the movie Clue.
Comedian and actor Martin Mull, known for roles in Clue, Roseanne, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and Arrested Development, among many others, died on June 27th after an undisclosed illness. Mull originally rose to fame on Mary Hartman and its spin-offs, Fernwood Tonight and America Tonight. In 1985, he co-wrote and starred in the mockumentary The History of White People in America alongside frequent collaborator Fred Willard. Mull had memorable roles as Colonel Mustard in the 1985 cult movie Clue, as Gene Parmesan on Arrested Development, as Russell on 2.5 Men, and voiced the main villain Vlad Plasimus on animated series Danny Phantom. He earned his only Emmy nomination in 2016 for his work on Veep, playing Bob the Eagle Bradley. Other on-screen appearances include The Ellen Show, Dads, Life in Pieces, Serial, FM, Mr. Mom, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Jingle All the Way. He was 80.
Check out our sister podcast, Talk Murder to Me. Step into the captivating world of true crime with an unexpected twist of humor. With John's compelling narrative and Jen and Nicole's amazing banter, this podcast offers an entertaining and unique approach to true crime storytelling. Talk Murder to Me can be found on any podcast platform, also streaming live Saturdays on YouTube. For a legal disclaimer, please visit www.dead-celebs.com. The Actor Factor brings the industry knowledge to you firsthand from professionals, including working actors, directors, managers, and more. Find it anywhere podcasts are streamed.
If you are struggling with thoughts of suicide, please reach out. Help is available. Dial 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.